God message today, a divine revelation, the unveiling of hidden truths. In the quiet of the evening, under the dim glow of the setting sun, Samuel felt an unshakable pull in his spirit. The air around him felt heavier, thick with an unseen presence. He closed his eyes, and a voice, calm yet powerful, resonated within him. Samuel, listen carefully, for what I reveal to you today is no ordinary message. It is a revelation, a divine warning, a guiding light to shield you and your sister, Naomi, from a lurking darkness. The time of exposure has come. What has remained hidden will now be seen. Samuel's heart pounded. A cold shiver ran down his spine. The voice continued, urging him not to turn away. You believe your sister's home is safe, a sanctuary, a place of peace. But I tell you, something sinister lurks within. A force, unseen but ever present, has infiltrated her most private space. It watches, it waits, it gathers secrets never meant to be shared. His breath caught. Naomi had always lived a simple, peaceful life in her home in Windmere, never suspecting any intrusion. She believed that her doors and locks kept her safe. But now, the voice revealed a terrifying truth. Samuel, you must act. Within Naomi's home, in the very place she should feel most at ease, a device has been hidden. A watchful eye, a silent invader, placed not by accident but with purpose. Someone close, closer than you think, has done this. Samuel's hands clenched into fists. Who could do such a thing? This person is no stranger, no faceless enemy. He is a neighbor, one who sees her every day, one who has harbored envy in his heart. His jealousy has grown into obsession, into something darker, and in his weakness, he has crossed a line that was never meant to be crossed. A wave of anger surged through Samuel. He wanted to storm into Naomi's home, tear down walls, rip apart every hidden crevice to find this device. But the voice, firm yet gentle, stopped him. Do not let rage blind you. This is not just a battle of flesh and blood, but of spirit. The enemy desires to fill your heart with anger, to turn you against your neighbor, to plant the seeds of hatred. But I call you to a higher path. Samuel took a shaky breath, trying to calm the fire within him. Go to Naomi, warn her. Together, search her home, check the walls, the vents, the mirrors, the ceilings. Find what was hidden, remove it, and destroy it. But do not act from fear, for I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Tears burned at the edges of Samuel's eyes. Naomi was kind, innocent. Why would someone do this to her? Because darkness envies the light. The enemy seeks to steal, kill, and destroy. But I am with you. No darkness can stand against my presence. You are protected. Naomi is protected. A renewed strength filled Samuel. He would not allow this evil to remain in his sister's life. Confront the one responsible, but do so with wisdom. Do not seek vengeance. Do not let your anger consume you. Speak to him, not just as an accuser, but as a man who sees his pain. Tell him you know his struggles, that he has been lost, that his actions are known not only to you, but to me. Samuel swallowed hard. How could he show mercy to someone who had violated his sister's privacy? Because mercy has been shown to you, and if he repents, if he turns from this path, he may yet be redeemed. But if he refuses, if his heart hardens, then you must remove him from your life. Protect Naomi. Guard her peace. The weight of the moment pressed on Samuel, but he knew this was not just about his sister. It was a test of his own heart. Time is of the essence, Samuel. You have 3 hours. Act now, and then release this burden into my hands. Do not let it consume you, for I have already won the battle. What was meant to bring harm will be turned into a testimony of my protection and my grace. As the voice faded, Samuel opened his eyes. A newfound D. He would not delay. He would not hesitate. He grabbed his keys and rushed out of his home, the wind whipping against his face as he made his way to Naomi's house. She greeted him with a puzzled look, but as he explained, her face paled with horror. Together they searched every vent, every mirror, every shadowed corner. And then, tucked behind the bathroom vent, they found it. A small, barely visible device, its red light blinking like a sinister heartbeat. Naomi's hands trembled as Samuel crushed it beneath his foot. But the battle wasn't over. The next day, Samuel knocked on the door of Daniel, Naomi's neighbor. The man's eyes darted nervously as he opened it, his hands fidgeting. "I know what you did," Samuel said, his voice steady. "But more importantly, he knows." Daniel's face drained of color. He stepped back, his lips parting as if to deny it. But Samuel continued, "You have allowed envy to consume you, Daniel. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to walk in darkness." Tears welled in Daniel's eyes. His shoulders slumped. I don't know why I did it," he whispered. "I felt so empty, so forgotten. I thought if I could just see how happy she was, maybe I'd understand why my life feels so broken." Samuel took a deep breath. He wanted to scream, to tell Daniel he had no excuse, but the words of the voice echoed in his heart. "Show him mercy, for mercy has been shown to you." "Daniel," Samuel said, softer now, "you need help. This path you've taken, it's not too late to turn back, but you have to make a choice." Daniel sobbed, covering his face with his hands. And in that moment, Samuel knew the battle wasn't just about stopping an invasion of privacy. It was about reclaiming a lost soul. That night, as Samuel sat with Naomi, she squeezed his hand. "Thank you," she whispered. Samuel looked up at the night sky, the stars shining brilliantly above them. The voice had been right. Darkness had tried to seep into their lives, but the light had prevailed. No weapon formed against them had prospered. No scheme of the enemy had succeeded, and in the end, What had begun as a threat had turned into a testimony of grace, redemption, and divine protection. Amen. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 11 on 11 if you believe in God.